Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 16th. You start off with this darkness card and this hope card, so that kind of gives me vibes of, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel or, kind of seeing things improving after a period of darkness. Everybody's had the tower pretty much this week, so, again, as always, could be some sort of global tower moment. I said the last time this happened that, I think this is going to happen quite a bit over the next several years, at least until 2033. So again, wouldn't really surprise me if something happened. But you have the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Tower. The Queen of Cups can represent following your heart or, following your intuition. She's very nurturing as well, and she really focuses on nurturing herself. And same thing, you have the Empress coming up as well. And the Empress is all about, self-care, nurturing yourself, nourishing yourself, all those other good things. So, it would be a really good time. It does seem, here's what I will say, is that I do feel that this week is a good week for people to really take care of themselves and to really nurture themselves. So that definitely shows up in this reading. I think also it would be a great time for you to kind of listen to your inner voice or your intuition. The Queen of Cups is very intuitive, and then you go down to the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is all about kind of listening to your inner voice, or, the Eight of Wands can represent you receiving messages this week and needing to listen to those messages or needing to allow those messages to guide you in whatever it is that you are doing. You do have the Queen of Swords to the Tower, and, one thing I will say is, is this a bad thing? I would say no, but maybe it hurts, at the same time, because Queen of Swords to the Tower would represent you definitely getting clarity. That, the Tower is all about reality and coming back down to reality. Queen of Swords is about seeing things clearly. So this, without even clarifying, this kind of gives me the vibes of you, kind of finding out the truth about a past situation, or you learning about, you kind of learning the truth or receiving a message with the Eight of Wands right next to it about a past situation. And, again, the truth is kind of being exposed at this time anyway, and so a lot of people could be getting the truth. I would say the good news about the Queen of Swords is that she's more forward focused. She's pointing in the future direction of the reading, so sometimes we can get a truth. They say the truth hurts, right? So someone could be telling you the truth about something and it could hurt, but at the same time it might be making you more forward focused, or it might be making you more future focused, and your future looks very bright here, Aries. So I feel for a lot of you, this could be an improvement because you're getting the truth. We also have this darkness and hope card. So again, the Tower I look at sometimes as a light bulb moment where, we kind of have an idea. There's that lightning striking the top of the tower. The lightning can represent a sudden revelation, a sudden understanding. Again, these people have been building this tower up around them, and the story of the card is they've been ignoring reality, and now they're being brought back down to reality, and they're no longer ignoring the truth. So for a lot of you, again, I kind of just feel like this could just be some sort of truth that's being revealed. It could be from another person, I feel, for a lot of you. For others, it could just be you accepting a truth. What's popping into my head here is if you've been trying to make an improvement in some area of your life, it's like you're accepting the truth that you have to make a change or you have to do things differently. And is this a bad thing? I would say no, because you're going towards the Empress. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune is really about taking control of your own destiny, and I'm wondering if that's what you're doing here. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people showing up in this reading if you don't count the Three of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles and the Four of Cups, right? And so we see a bunch of people showing up in this reading, and I feel like it's almost like you're taking control of your life. This is the feeling I get here, and you're no longer, it's like, I don't know how to say this without, I don't know how to say this the right way, Aries, but it's almost like you're taking control and you're not leaving it up to other people to, help you or to get you ahead. And again, that doesn't mean you're not going to be working with other people or getting help from other people, but I feel like you're taking a more independent stance in your life and taking control of your destiny. So that looks good. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Seven of Pentacles. We go up to the Seven of Pentacles here as well. The Seven of Pentacles is my card that says, is the juice worth the squeeze? You know, it's my card that he's kind of looking at those Seven Pentacles and he's saying, you know, was it worth it for me to put all this time, effort, energy into growing these pentacles, or is there something better that I could be doing in my life? And again, you get this quite a bit with me, that there could be something better for you to do in your life. With the Tower, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Again, pretty good. You know, I feel like that Tower could be like a shock to the system in the sense that you could be receiving a truth, but it's like everything is adding up to abundance. You have that Empress, you have the Three of Pentacles, you have the Page of Pentacles showing up in the good stuff. Right next to the Tower, you have the Ace of Wands, which is out with the old, in with the new. So it's like, is this a bad change? I would say no, because you're probably... You know, the Ace of Wands would say that you're leaving behind something that's outdated, something that is no longer growing, and you're moving forward to something that can bring you towards your Ten of Pentacles. You know, the Ten of Pentacles, I always say, is something that we will work on for the rest of our lives. You know, it's something that you will do forever. And so I feel for a lot of you, the Ten of Pentacles is kind of saying that you're leaving something behind that's like limiting you, the Tower, and you're moving forward to something that has more growth potential. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this Inspire card and this Revisit card. So, you know, the Ace of Wands is the spark of inspiration, and you have it in this row. So there could be some sort of inspiration. Again, like I said, there could just be a sudden, you know, insight, a sudden idea that comes in because of the Tower. And with this Revisit card, it could be you doing something that you've done before. What's really interesting is a couple of signs have had a similar message about, you know, revisiting something or doing something again. I would think back to like 2016, 2017, somewhere around there, and like what were you doing, or what did your life look like, or you know, what big change did you make at that time, Aries, 2016, 2017, because again, you're probably revisiting something from that time. That was the last set of Pisces eclipses. On Tuesday of this week, the 17th, we start this next set of Pisces eclipses. We're gonna have one this year, one next year on September 7th, and one the year after that on 2026 on August 28th. So it's kind of like you're entering in to a very similar time, 2016, 2017. It's like, what were you working on? Or, you know, did anything peak at that time? Did anything like come to a point and then go down? Because again, I think that's what you could be revisiting. It could be anything, like your love life. It could be, you know, a business that you had or something that you lost, and you could be revisiting it or gaining a new inspiration on like an old idea from 2016, 2017, and you could be kind of reinventing it right now. You have the Four of Cups, the Eight of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. You know, I would be careful of anyone who's communicating with you, who's coming back and saying that they regret, you know, moving on from you, or basically, you know, if someone comes back and says to you the grass wasn't greener on the other side, I would be very careful of that. You know, I just kind of get that feeling that this could be a person who's like coming in to offer you something. And you know, especially if it's someone from the past, I would just be careful. Now, what I would say is if you are attracting a new person, we go Empress to the Page of Pentacles, then I do feel a new person would be very good for you if you are looking for love. This to me looks like someone who's very serious, who wants to put the work in, and they're showing up in the area of the good stuff here with the Page of Pentacles, which really puts them in a strong position. You have the Eight of Wands, and I mean, like, kind of the message I'm getting here is that maybe you should be a little bit delusional this week. maybe you should only focus on the good stuff. And yes, that is completely delusional. I do believe in toxic positivity, but as a professional toxic positivity person, right, I practice toxic positivity. It's totally changed my life. So, you know, I'm a big fan of it. And toxic positivity is not about ignoring your problems or anything like that. It's about realizing that your problems don't define you, and you have control over everything in your life if you choose to take control, and realizing that nothing is ever perfect. So, you know, again, I feel like this Eight of Wands is talking about the direction of focus. Eight of Wands is a direction of focus. All those wands are pointing in one direction. So as long as everything you do is pointing in one direction, you can be very successful with the Eight of Wands. So I would pay very close attention to kind of like what your attention is aiming at, and make sure that you keep it going in a positive direction. You have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands kind of says that something has to crumble. This castle in the background is crumbling, and the Ace of Wands really represents out with the old, in with the new. And I feel like there is definitely new abundance coming in for you. We go up to the Empress and the Three of Pentacles. So this would be you kind of creating something that is very abundant. If you're thinking about creating something, then I would do it. You know, the Empress is, these two cards right here are about creation and, you know, birthing something. And the Three of Pentacles is the result. You know, Three of Pentacles represents quality work. And so those three cards to me, you know, that would be you creating something and putting it out into the world and getting a bunch of attention or, you know, a victory or having some sort of win because of something you create. With the Four of Cups, yes, you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is about drawing a line in the sand. You know, I always look at this card as a card of boundaries. He's defending his position at the top of a hill, but he's really drawing a line in the sand. He's saying, you know, this is what I'm willing to accept in my life, and I'm not willing to accept anything below this point into my life. And, you know, I feel that if you're dealing with any new people, or if you're kind of thinking about a new person, then, you know, having those boundaries would be a good idea. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is conflict or competition. There does seem to be a lot of competition this week, which is, I really didn't expect that from this set of readings. And, you know, what I've said to other signs as well is that I think it's an amazing time to learn from the competition. Again, we don't have to take part in the competition. I would also say, like, what can you do to set yourself apart from the competition? You know, I might have said this in the eclipse reading that I did for you. It might have been you. I can't remember. But I would say, like, yes, there's probably a lot of competition around you, but, like, how can you work around it? With the Ace of Wands, you have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords, like resting, relaxing, recovering. Four of Swords, there's also a person who's blessing another person in that stained glass window right there. A lot of you could be receiving blessings or, you know, guidance from other people. And, you know, this kind of, you know, what I would also say is that these two cards are a little bit low effort in a good way. The Empress, you know, all she has to do to create that abundance is wave that scepter in front of her, and the wheat in front of her grows. So the Empress is about, like, putting the work in, but it's not necessarily hard work. She is, you know, kind of using the skills that she already has that don't require hard work to grow the abundance. And I kind of feel that for you, where it's like, if you're trying too hard, then you might not be making money. But if you're not trying hard, as weird as that sounds, you'll probably make more money. You have next in the area of what's coming, or messages from your future self. You have this Akashic Records card. You also have this Seek Assistance card. Yeah, you have the Three of Pentacles as well. So it would be a good time for you to work together with other people, even though at the beginning of the reading, and I'm sure someone's going to leave a comment, so let me just stop you right there. Yes, I did say that you're entering into a more independent time, but that doesn't mean that you can't work together with other people. Like I said, I think what the energy is saying is that you are the one that is taking control, meaning that you are going to be the leader. So again, if you're working together with other people, I would just make sure that you are in the driver's seat, that you are the one that is making things happen and directing the other people. So again, yes, I did say that this is a very independent reading and that you're the one that's in control. But again, life isn't black and white. I feel like I shouldn't have to explain this, but I do. And so again, yes, I did say that, but you also can still work together with people as long as you're taking the lead. And I feel like that's what this is saying. So make sure to take the lead. You have the Seven of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Seven of Swords. A lot of sevens here. Multiple sevens in a reading to me is like internal fears that don't exist. So, you know, if there's anything, if you are feeling like you're being stopped, or if you're not making as much progress as you would like, this can definitely say that, that you have these fears that you need to release. The Seven of Pentacles is also about looking at the results you're receiving, and what I feel this reading is saying is that you're looking for better results. You have the Three of Pentacles over here. So a lot of you are probably looking to make a change in work or business just so that you can get better results, or so that you can attract more abundance into your life. With the Empress, I do feel that there is more abundance available to you. I kind of feel the Empress is also saying, make sure to nurture yourself, care for yourself, take really good care of yourself, and all that other stuff. The Four of Swords says rest, relax, recover, heal, do all those things, and that will also increase your abundance. You have the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords can represent being tactical. He is stealing those swords from an army in the background. So instead of going to war, he's stealing the swords. Again, we have the Five of Wands right here. It's like instead of taking part in competition, the Seven of Swords says there are probably better ways for you to stand out above the competition, and you don't even have to take part in the competition. So, this part of the reading is saying, like, don't be afraid to set yourself apart. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is about forgiveness and healing, and a lot of you remember what we said at the beginning of the reading here, going this way, and also here, that there could be, and also right here, there could be some sort of truth that is being revealed to you from a past person. I would be very careful if you don't want to be hurt, because who the hell knows what the truth is, and it might hurt, right? Now, what I would say is if this would produce closure, or if it would set you free in some way, then go for it. But just know, there could be a person that's looking to either give an apology or thinks they deserve an apology, and I would be, careful of that. With the Empress, you have the Temperance card. Temperance is about turning one thing into another. Again, Taurus, if you have Taurus in your chart, by the way, I would definitely watch the Taurus reading from this week, because it's, the two of you always get very similar readings. You are right next to each other, but, you're the only two signs that are right next to each other that get very similar readings. I will say that. And, what I would say here is Temperance is turning one thing into another. The Empress, again, doesn't have to work very hard. It's like, what are you doing right now, and how can you make it more efficient? What I said to Taurus is, it's like, this YouTube channel is just churn and burn, right? I've been doing this for 10 years. My channel's almost 11 years old now, and what I would say is that I've been doing this a long time, and every single day I have to do this. I have to do this work, right? I'm not going to, but I'm just saying it would probably be more efficient for me to just start a regular YouTube channel where I create one video a week that lasts forever, right? And that would be the efficient way to do what I'm doing, instead of doing weekly readings, because they only last a week. And so this right here, I feel like, is saying, what is the most efficient way that you can do your work? Or is there a different way that you can do your work that will make you more successful? And again, you're gonna have to do your research. I don't know. With the Seven of Swords, you have the Five of Cups. Someone has regrets here for sure, going this way. I feel like someone, is kind of like thought the grass was greener on the other side. Here's the thing, is it's like in my mind, you can never go back to someone who left you for something else, because it's like, they'll never respect you. They went to someone else saying, this person's basically saying, this person's better than you, and now they're coming back realizing it. So it's like, as far as I'm concerned, you should never go back to someone that left you for someone else. F them, right? Let them live on the street. That's how I feel. Next, Aries, in the area of the good stuff, you have this trust in divine detours. You also have this starfish. It says open to infinite possibilities. Yes, I feel like you are opening to infinite possibilities. I feel there are more new directions that you could be going in. I also feel that some of you, it's like, again, don't take this the wrong way, Aries. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you, right? But I do feel like you're scared of something, like scared about the future, of your business, or it's like, I get this fear about where things are going, and I feel like this is saying there's so many good things to look forward to that you really shouldn't be worrying about it. As long as you keep working and evolving and growing, I feel like you'll be fine. You have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles really says it's your time to get attention. He is getting attention on the work that he has done. He's completed his job here, those Three Pentacles, to a high degree of accuracy. This is a card of quality work. So he has done a great job. And like I said earlier, I feel a lot of you could be working on a new creative project going this way. And it looks to me like it's going to be a quality thing, or it's going to produce, sorry, I almost sneezed. It's going to produce a lot of quality results. And that's what I would focus on. You have the, sorry, wrong camera. You have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, I feel, is like the energy that you are getting back to here, Aries. The Knight of Wands is about being spontaneous, moving in new directions, kind of going on an adventure, embracing your desires. And I feel all of those things would be very good for you. You also have the Page of Pentacles. And I do feel this is a new person. Definitely could be an air sign. Could be an Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio again. You have Taurus again twice, and Sagittarius twice. So, could be any sign, but definitely could be a new person. The Page of Pentacles is communication. So a lot of you could be receiving communication from this person, or from a new person. Here, you can't make this up. With the Three of Pentacles, I'm telling you right now, everybody gets this. We are in a time where we have to set ourselves apart. We are in a time where we have to be unique and all that other good stuff. The Chariot and the good stuff, of course, can represent a victory, a big success, a big win. But the Chariot is a card of setting yourself apart. He's leaving the city behind him behind. I literally said this earlier in the reading, that you have to set yourself apart. And, I feel that we have to do things in our own unique way to find success. And, that's what I would do here is like, again, study the competition, Five of Wands, whatever, especially if you're focused on work or career, I would study the competition, learn from the competition, and then add a twist. It's like, what is your unique twist? I feel like that is the thing that's going to really set you apart. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Queen of Pentacles, increasing your resources. A lot of you are looking to increase your resources. Doesn't really surprise me that a lot of you could have like a focus on your money. Having Uranus in your second house is definitely, a little bit challenging. So, Uranus will be leaving your second house at the end of 2025, the beginning of 2026. So you don't have to deal with it much longer. But I do feel a lot of you are kind of finding or looking to find new ways of improving your finances. With the Page of Pentacles, can't make this up. You have the Ace of Cups here. Definitely a solid new connection coming in for you here, Aries, if you want love. And even if you don't want love, I feel like there could be a person coming in for you. So there you go. You have this purse card. It says, pay attention to your finances. Everybody gets these cards. We're definitely in a time where I feel like everybody should pay attention to their finances. So, it just is what it is. You have this shark card. It says, take care or there will be loss of material wealth. There you go. Again, your money looks really good. You have the Ten of Pentacles, even though you have it with the Tower and the Five of Wands. But you have the Queen of Pentacles. You have the Three of Pentacles. These are cards of resourcefulness and being resourceful. So before we get into the week, just tell yourself, like, I'm not going to waste money. And don't waste a bunch of money at this time and you'll be fine. Next, you have this broken ring. It says parting of the ways, either in romance or business. I'm wondering if this is a recent breakup that we were talking about and a person trying to come back. But again, I would be careful of letting this person back into your life with this card because, they left you for something else. You have this Pale card. It says time to get out of a situation. Yes, definitely this person, if you had dealt with that person. You have this Boot. It says increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Yes, I would just like pick one thing. You know what really changed my life, Aries, is years ago I started doing the Miracle Morning. And if you don't know what the Miracle Morning is, it's like a daily routine that you do at like 5 o'clock in the morning. You don't have to. You can do it whenever the hell you want. But, you're supposed to do it at 5. And, part of the Miracle Morning, it's a book, by the way, that you can read, is that you pick one thing. You want one thing that will get you closer to your goal, and the author has you write it as an affirmation that that you write down your goal, which is like, I will earn this much money by this time, and for it I will do XYZ. So in your affirmation you say what you will do to get you one step closer to that goal every single day, right? I have changed it. What I do is I do one extra thing every single morning that will get me closer to my goal, and so it's like before you even start your day, you already have a win. And I feel that just it's totally opened my eyes, just like how powerful one tiny little thing a day, how it adds up over time. Like, even no matter how small it may seem, again, it will make all the difference. Before you know it, you'll have accomplished a lot. And I feel like that's what this is saying. Like, if you could just add one thing per day to your plate, just like one step towards your goal, you'll be there before you know it. So really good. Like it. Thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.